how I plan and outline my videos, how to plan your YouTube content. Hi, I'm Lucy Griffiths, and I'm going to show you really easily how you can plan your content. And the thing is, with planning your content, it does require a little advanced planning before you start filming. So don't just pull out that camera and start filming. If you do the research and you do the planning, it means that your content is much more likely to get found. So let's dive in and have a look. One of the most important things to remember when it comes to planning for YouTube is really be creative. So the first thing I want you to do is just use your notes on your phone when you are just going about your daily life, and just every time you have an idea, write it down so that you have a stack of ideas that you can then research. But do that over a period of time. So every time you've got an idea, put it in your notes on your phone or whatever tool you use. And this will help you to have more creative ideas so that you're covering a wider range of topics within your niche. Then we're on to stage 2, which is actually the research. So let's dive in and have a look. So the first place I start when it comes to actually planning my content is my notes on my phone. So I just have a list going. I just use notes, but you can use lots of different tools to decide. But I have somewhere where I just have a brainstorm place where I'm going to share ideas. So this is a list from 2 years ago, but it's things like how to share to Twitter or whatever it may be that's within your topics of your niche on YouTube. And so I just come up with ideas and I put them in one place so that basically I might come up with ideas as I'm doing the washing or cleaning my teeth or whatever it may be. And I just have this, oh, why don't I do an idea? And so that is just a space for me to generate my ideas. Once I've then done this, I then start actually doing the research. And this is the key bit. So what would happen is I would take my little seed of an idea and start doing research for that topic using the powers of YouTube to find a title that actually was more specific and more niche, because the more specific and niche you can be, the better your chances of your video working and ranking will be for you. So the first place I start is YouTube, and I start doing some research. So for example, let's say that we're looking at gluten-free baking, okay? And so if I just were to type in gluten-free baking, that would immediately bring up a massive pool of people. So let's just have a look. So, getting started on a gluten-free diet, for example. The highest views for this is 3,631,000. That is a fairly big topic. So if we could break that down further, so we could say gluten-free pizza dough, and suddenly we have a smaller pool of people, okay? Because it's more specific, that content. So if we go down, this one still has a lot of views. It looks a really tasty, good pizza, but you've suddenly become more specific. And that's what you want to do. The more specific you can be, the better. So you can start then saying, okay, I'm going to do a title, gluten-free pizza dough. You can then start looking at the titles of the videos and working out from an SEO perspective which one is best. So whether that's how to make the best gluten-free pizza dough, so adding in the word "the" makes it suddenly that it's changing the order. So it means that niches down that content. Or science secrets to making and baking the best gluten-free pizza dough, which again is, like a strong adding in something different, or mentioning a different type of flour, 3 ingredients, saying that. So again, it's rather than just saying how to make gluten-free pizza dough, you are adding in extra words, which will then make it much easier for you to rank in a smaller pool of people. Because what you want to be is, by adding in those extra words, making it so that it's more niche. It's not just how to bake gluten-free pizzas, it's gluten-free pizza dough and here's 3 ingredients. Okay, so immediately it makes it that it niches that content down, because rather than being in the gluten-free pizza dough camp, which might have, let's say that gets 2 million searches, if you add in some extra words, suddenly you get a pool of people. It shrinks your pool. So let's say you then suddenly have 500,000 people searching for that category, or 50,000. Now it's much easier if you're a small channel to be number one be a tiny minnow in a small pond. If you're in a big pond with 2 million searches, you're not going to stand out. But if you're in a small pond and you're a minnow, you can stand out because it's a smaller pond. And that's what you want to think about when it comes to standing out on YouTube and planning your content. So once you've planned your titles, then you can start to film. So stage 3 for me is filming. So once I've planned out 15 or so titles, I will then record these. But I've done the planning, I've done the research, I've done the work, so that I know what my SEO title is, so that before I start filming, I've planned that content. So the words that come out of my mouth are actually the words I'm going to say in the title and the opening sequence for the video. So I know exactly what I'm going to say, and I can then batch my content so I've got a ton of videos to film in one go and enable me to keep consistent with my YouTube channel without it being overwhelming. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. I share lots of tips and tricks to help you grow your audience, nail your niche, get your content planned and sold. So if you like this content, please click the button below to subscribe and hit the bell, and I'll see you again soon. Bye 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 for now.